Welcome to Off the Roster, brought to you by our founding partner, Proline. Betting on Proline is now easier than ever with their new app. Download it today and make things interesting. I'm Lindsay Dunn alongside Dan Riccio. Our buddy Cabby is in Italy, and I am so excited on this Friday. We have a great show for you. We have four-time Olympic gold medalist Jayna Hefford. We have two-time Super Bowl champ Marc Ross, and we have celebrity chef, snack connoisseur, big football fan, Matt Dean Pettit. So my guy, Dan, how we feeling on this Friday?
I'm starting to get a little nervous, Linz. You know, my Seahawks in the big game on Sunday, and everybody's saying like Seahawks are going to win. It's the most popular bet in Super Bowl history right now to get the Seahawks with the points on Sunday. I think it's 4.5 right now. Last time I checked, and I'm just like,
oh wow,
that's a bad sign for the Seahawks. Like, not that I'm going to be tinfoil hat guy, Linz, but like if everybody's betting on the Seahawks, something really weird is going to happen on Sunday for the Patriots to win. I'm convinced of this. Or at least I'm trying
Put
not
on
to
that tinfoil hat.
Definitely, yeah. The fan in me is definitely a little worried. I don't know.
If they lose on Monday, Dan will be wearing a tinfoil hat. And all I know is today we're going to be talking a lot about wieners because we were talking about some of the top Super Bowl snacks with the chef, but also a crazy storyline out of the Olympics. The opening ceremonies haven't even happened yet, and there's just so many banana storylines out of there. But let's start off.
Well, guys are getting pumped up for the Olympics. You know, it's
you got to pump up.
Definitely
I can't even for that story, man. We'll get to it in a minute because we have to start off talking about the Raptors. The trade deadline, it has come and gone. They made one move, and yesterday they took on the Chicago Bulls, who, if you do not know anything about or you were not following all the moves they made, they basically traded their entire roster, including some of the glue guys in the locker room. If you look at this, for those listening, it's several players deep, and it doesn't even include two-way player Mac McClung, who played yesterday. You may recognize that name because he is the reigning NBA All-Star dunk competition winner. He won it 3 times in a row, but this is just crazy. So their coach spoke pregame about how, hey, yeah, this is my first time meeting a lot of these guys, and we're just going to put them out there to play, Dan. This, if you think it's bad in Raptors,
look, I know I'm a sports broadcaster. I should know all of these players. These guys could have been on like one of those and one basketball tapes from back in the day. I would have thought the same thing. Like just a bunch of Google names on the page over there. It's just like, yeah, these are like guys that would be in your 20-year GM mode save in NBA 2K, and these are the new regenerated players. That's I mean, no disrespect, but like, man, this is as deep of a rebuild as it gets. It's tough for Chicago Bulls fans right now.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was tough yesterday if you're a Raptors fan and you knew what happened on the other side, because I will always be positive about the Raptors. This roster is full of so many wonderful humans on there for the most part. They're really good guys, and they should have been up by 900 points because that other roster was all new. It was the first time they've all been on the court together. Like Mac McClung, I think he only played a couple of games in the NBA leading up to that. He was on a 2-way contract forever, and he played 15 minutes. I was like, why are the Raptors only up by 6? What is happening? So that part was not confident in the Raptors, but of course the big storyline involves the trade deadline and the Raptors. They got a center. They traded Ochai Agbaji in a deal that sent him to Brooklyn, and then Chris Paul to the Toronto Raptors. And here is but not really at all. Actually, let's take a look at this graphic. I had to take this for memory. If you looked pregame and you looked up the Jumbotron or whatever you want to call it, it showed inactive players included Chris Paul, which will always remain that way for the Raptors, because here's what Bobby Webster had to say. Yeah, here's what Bobby Webster had to say.
Yeah, we spoke to the agent yesterday, and I don't know what he's going to do. I just said, listen, Chris Paul is probably one of my favorite players ever, and so it's a weird thing to trade for him, and then he's at this point in his career. So I said, whatever, we want to be the most professional, and so we'll wave him here at the appropriate time.
I'm sad about that. It's disappointing, but shout out to Hello.
I mean,
and
the
welcome
Raptors could use some extra point guard help. I don't know, Can we make it work? Like little
Yeah,
retirement tour for Chris Paul on the Raptors? I guess it's not happening.
ask him to take like a massive pay cut. So like
Yeah.
who knows what would happen there. But for a moment, Chris Paul is kind of a Raptor. He was listed on their inactive report. I'm curious if anyone is going to buy a Chris Paul jersey. But that now marks a year since the Brandon Ingram trade. There's a lot of people skeptical at the moment about it because he was injured and then he didn't play for the rest of the season with the Raptors when he got there. Do you remember your thoughts on them bringing in Brandon Ingram to the Raptors rotation?
I exactly remember my thoughts. What are the Raptors doing? I thought they were heading into a rebuild. Why are you going out and acquiring Brandon Ingram and giving him all the money in the world? I was really wrong about that, if we're going to be completely honest about it. And I look back at it now a year later, and to me, it's maybe the last stroke of genius that the Raptors got from Masai Ujiri. And he's played incredibly well. He's fit seamlessly into Darko's system. He's fit seamlessly into the dynamic duo that he and Scotty Barnes have become. 33 points last night. The guy is so fun to watch in the mid-range, and it's been a seamless fit. Something that the Raptors desperately needed is another big-time player. They took a swing on a guy who was mostly injury-prone, but had a ton of talent, had some, I guess, concerns or character question marks from people around the league. At least that was why the Raptors were able to acquire him at a discount price. But he's clearly come to Toronto, super motivated, super ready to show that he is a star player in this league. And now he's leading the Raptors in points per game. He's crushing it on a night-to-night basis. And he's only missed 2 of the 53 games that the Raptors have played this year. This has been an unbelievable find for the Raptors, and it gives you hope of what the future could be if they are able to add another star player around Barnes and Ingram.
We have a little bit of breaking news in the world of broadcasting right now. It's been announced that Buck Martinez is retiring from calling the Blue Jays game. So his final game was Game 7 of I thought you said the F word. I'm like, whoa, maybe you did. Buck Martinez's final game was Game 7 of the 2025 World Series. So if you think what a way to go out, he is an icon. He is a legend. I have been so lucky over the years to have multiple conversations with him, and I consider him a pal. And he is one of those people that is actually a really good guy. And what a career he has had, going from playing from the Jays, playing in the league. Obviously, he had a lot of moments with the front offices, to then being one of the iconic voices of the Toronto Blue Jays. So I know he was dealing with some health issues, but also I adore his wife. She is such a lovely and spirited human being that I wish him the best. And hopefully this means retirement for him, that he will actually go and enjoy retirement, maybe go on some vacations. But that's a bit of a bummer if you are a Blue Jays fan. I know some people may not have been the biggest fan of him, but my gosh, I loved hearing him call games.
All I can hear in my head right now, Linz, is swing and a drive. Like it's, oh man, a good Buck home run call. Just it for every Blue Jays fan. It's the best. And Buck, we wish you happy trails into retirement, and all the best to you. I wish the Blue Jays could have got it done for you in your final game, but still a memorable run nonetheless.
Yeah, thank you for everything that you've given to the fans. You're a lovely and wonderful human being, Buck. And something I would not want to try in life, and I don't think a lot of fans of any sports would want to try. Well, I couldn't do this because I don't have the right parts, but there's a report out there that at the Winter Olympics that alleged ski jumpers are injecting their penises with acid to fly farther. Yeah, I'm going to read that one more time.
Hyaluronic acid, yes.
I can't say it. Can you say it again?
Hyaluronic acid.
They're injecting it into it's too early to say this word. I'm 5. Injecting it into their penises to fly farther. The World Anti-Doping Agency has vowed to investigate. So it's being reported that this would increase their surface area of their suits during competition, theoretically leading to extended flight times. Yes. I quote tweeted this saying like, hey, sounds like a fun time. Oh my gosh. Like opening ceremonies haven't even happened yet, and we have a whole storyline about them injecting potentially things into their wieners to get better flight time. To power outages in curling, you had a postponement in hockey because of a virus taking over one of the teams. Dan, when you read this and you hear this, like, I don't even know how they would test this in the first place. Who was the test subject?
Like, hey, your horn looks bigger.
Is that slang? I never heard it called that before.
Is that what happened? I want to know, like, did somebody from the World Anti-Doping Agency just be like, man, these guys they all got a lot bigger recently. What's going on here? How did this first come about? Was somebody who wasn't, using the enlargements, the hyaluronic acid to get a little bit bigger? Were they the one? Are they the whistleblower on this? This is an unbelievable story. I can't wait for the full investigation to see how they figured this out. But nothing really amazes me when it comes to athletes trying to get an edge, let's say. You think about deer antler spray being a thing for a while, and now it's pumping hyaluronic acid into your genitalia to get a little bit more air in the ski jump. This is get some extra length down there and get some extra length on your jump. It's a win-win for everybody.
Are you happy to see me, or did you just inject your wiener with hyaluronic? I can't say the word with acid. It's like, I'm so sorry. This is one of the craziest storylines to ever come out of the Olympics because, like, yeah, there was drone gate and all this stuff, but injecting that stuff into your man parts to try to get more flight time was not on my bingo card in the chat right now. I adore you guys. If you're already not following us on YouTube underneath the Nation Network, it's going off right now, including like, hey, it's cold at the Olympics right now. So, oh my gosh.
I can't believe this story. Like, of all the things to kick off the Milano Olympics, it's not like, oh, the ice actually sucks. No, it's like, yeah, dudes are injecting their penises with hyaluronic acid. It's like, who was the first person to come up with this? Like, hey, if you put this in, you can get a little bit bigger, and then you'll get a bigger suit, and now you'll fly a little bit longer. This is this is crazy.
Dear men out there who have this part, I'm sure hearing this story is making you absolutely like cringe and maybe like put your legs together or hold your manhood, or what did you call it? A horn? Yeah, never heard that one before. Don't do
Dudes
this. I know in society, do not go. Yeah, do not go through your partner's cosmetic bag to inject your manhood to try to make it bigger. Do not do it.
Hey, hon, you have anything with hyaluronic acid in it?
I do. Oh my God, I'm going to stop. You know what? I'm going to stop this conversation right now because I do not need to talk about anything. I'm not even going to say he needs or does not need it because now I'm uncomfortable and I'm going to get yelled at by my husband. But anyways, when it comes to the Olympics, we're going to have a lot of coverage on our show, whether it be bizarre stories like this. We're going to be interviewing current and former Olympians about what is happening in the games, including Jayna Hefford, who we will have on in a moment, who is a 4-time Olympic gold medalist. But you need to go check out Daily Faceoff because they're covering every game. They have every goal and every jaw-dropping moment, plus live reaction streams and full recaps of all the drama. Keep up with all the Olympic hockey action, including men's and women's hockey and everything in between on the Daily Faceoff. They have a great talent on there, and they're going to have some amazing things. So it's Daily Faceoff YouTube's channel. Hit subscribe and be a part of it every day. But I mentioned Jayna Hefford, like an icon, is one of the most decorated Canadian Olympics of all times, and all time rather. Let me try that again. I'm still kind of taken aback by the wiener talk. Here we go. Jayna Hefford is one of the most decorated Canadian Olympics of all time and won multiple medals at the Winter Olympics and is a member of the Hockey Hall of Fame, has a stacked resume, and is also the executive vice president of hockey operations for PWHL, and joins our show now. Thank you. We have a legend on the line. We appreciate you for joining us today. I know there's a lot of excitement happening in the world of hockey. There's a lot going on in the PWHL with storylines, people excited about the season so far for every team. But we've talked about the Olympics and Canadians women's team. Their first preliminary game was postponed because pretty much all of Finland's team was sick. We obviously want them to get better, but in your time, being a gold medalist and representing Canada, do you ever remember like any kind of delay or anything kind of similar to this?
I don't remember anything like this before. And when I first saw a text this morning, I wondered if it was a joke, to be honest, because I had never heard
Yeah.
something like this before. But I think that speaks to how ill the Finnish team is, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And of course, with something like norovirus that can be so contagious and spread so easily, certainly don't want to have a number of athletes go down with that. So I'm assuming they made the right decision.
Well, today, the opening ceremony, something that you've been a part of. For us, like watching at home, it looks so exciting and emotional, even the closing ceremonies. What's it like to be a part of the opening ceremonies? Like, what are some behind the scene moments? Like, how long are you waiting? What are rehearsals like? What's it like to be there?
Well, the opening ceremonies are incredible. And, I often tell people there's always a lot of stories around, how much preparation goes into them and the cost of hosting them. But for the athlete, that really is the moment that you realize you're an Olympian and you're an Olympian for life, and that will never change. And you walk in as part of your country team, not just a hockey player or a figure skater or whatnot. And so it really is an incredible moment for the athletes, and you can just see the pride on their face. And I get goosebumps sort of talking about it because it brings you back. And for me, whether it was my first or my fifth games, it never got old. It was an incredibly special moment. And, it'd be fun to see the athlete in there today.
Yeah, and this is an exciting tournament from the women's standpoint with the PWHL now being in existence. And, I think the long-term impact is going to be felt for years down the line. But now that the PWHL is here and it's established and it's going to continue to grow as we've seen, how will this make the games even better than they already have been? I mean, it's been incredible hockey for so many years, but it just feels like this is giving more professional environments for young women to become professional, and down the line, that's going to benefit the international game.
Absolutely. I think it's going to benefit both, which is best case scenario. I think this is going to be the best women's hockey we've ever seen. We have 61 players from the PWHL that are competing in the Olympic Games, and that means every one of those players have been in a schedule, competitive, fast, physical league. They've had the resources, the support every single day to be professional athletes and get better. And you don't have to look very far to see that, Hillary Knight has had some of her best seasons last year and the season before. And Mary Philippe Poulin entering her fifth games as well and still getting better. It's amazing to see how some of the more veteran players are getting better with this type of resource and support around them. And then this is also, a great opportunity for the PWHL, where we are going to have eyeballs on women's hockey that perhaps haven't seen it before and haven't seen it at the highest level. No doubt they're going to be impressed, but we hope they ask the question, where can I see these athletes? How can I follow them? How can I learn more about them? And we're going to be right there directing them back to the PWHL and hopefully get their attention for the Walter Cup.
You mentioned MPP. She was a teammate of yours. I mean, incredible that she's still at the highest level of the game. How impressed are you by where she is today? And I mean, how she is, just one of the greats of the game of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about her. She's, the best player that's ever played the women's game, in my opinion. I had a chance to see her come in as an 18-year-old, and we knew immediately that she was going to be a star. Not only is she incredibly skilled, she plays a 200-foot game. She's physical, she's fast, she's an incredible leader, great role model. She's incredibly humble. She's everything I think you want in a teammate. And so to see her have this success is certainly no surprise. Really impressed to see the level she's been able to maintain across 5 Olympic games and of course in the PWHL. So it'll be fun to see her compete.
So Jayna, as a tried and true Canadian, I'm a little bit worried after the rivalry series. The confidence was a little bit, it was a little bit hurt. I like underdogs for Canada. It might be a good thing, but what allowed the Americans to win so convincingly over Canada, and how do we bounce back?
Well, I think obviously this is the best rivalry in in sport, and it's had the longevity, the competitiveness, the intensity of it. So it's so fun to be a part of. This is a situation that some of these players probably haven't been in before, and it reminds me of 2002 when I was in that scenario, and we lost 8 games in a row to the Americans leading into the Olympic Games. And, through those losses, sometimes you learn more about yourself. And so I think for the Canadians, they're going to go into this, they know they're the underdogs, and there's a real power in being the underdog, I think, and believing that you're building and that you're going to be ready for that moment when you need it. And then the American side, they're going to go in with a ton of confidence, as they should. They've dominated in those first 4 games, and they are incredibly skilled, fast team. So it's going to be, again, the best hockey we've ever seen. But inevitably, it's going to come down to an incredible gold medal game to win that medal. And I don't think up until this point it matters what happened.
We talked a little bit just about how the preliminary game was postponed, and just you helped Canada win 4 straight gold, which is no easy feat. And every single game, the pressure of trying to advance, I'm at home watching this and I'm stressed out. Can you talk about the mental pressure, but also like the physical weight of going between game to game? And then like, do you try to have a relaxing moment in between them? Because other than that, I just feel like the stress would be up in the shoulders the entire time. Like, how do you even decompress between game to game, or do you at all?
Well, I think these athletes are so prepared for this. You spend 4 year games thinking about that moment. You try to build skills both on the ice and off the ice, and the mental skills to deal with the pressure and the stress and the intensity of what you're going to enter. I think the challenge is trying to make it seem like just another day and
Mhm.
playing a sport that you play every day. And there's an intensity and a spotlight on it, of course, that you have to manage. But outside of that, these women are incredible athletes. They've trained, their preparation has been so good leading into this. So I think they're definitely ready for the moment. And, I think you want to keep yourself as calm as possible and approach it day by day.
Yeah, that's not why I'm a professional athlete, for a number of reasons. I don't stay calm and I don't have the proper preparedness, and my mental state is always like, let's go. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Team Canada and for all of the female hockey players to show their stuff. I'm excited for what should be an amazing series and Olympic gold medal, like you mentioned, match. Just take me to the Olympic Village and having to room with people. Do you have any roommate stories you're allowed to tell us about?
Yeah, I mean, again, we're used to that. We would always
Yeah.
room together with people on the road. So you get to the Olympic Village. It's a bit different because now you're living with someone for 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
probably one of my stories I remember the most was rooming with Vicky Sanahara, who was obviously a good friend, a leader on the Canadian team for many years. And I remember at one point she took some of my Canadian clothes and traded them to I think it was a Finnish player. And trading clothes is a big thing at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, you talk to the other athletes, and so she was like, I got you this stuff and look at it, it's awesome. I was like, you just took my clothes and traded them, and sure enough, she did. So sometimes those things happen.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's all about the TikToks and reels. I mean, it feels like the women's hockey players have been the first ones on it all over. I open up TikTok or Instagram, it's like all these reels from Team Sweden, Team Czechia, and I love it. It's the way the modern game is continuing to evolve, and it takes us into the athletes village. Did you have a favorite place, athletes village? Are they all the same? Is it like I want to know more.
They're all similar in the sense that they're not incredibly fancy. They're pretty bare bones. You get in a room and you have sort of a dorm style bed and maybe a side table. And then, once you get into the village, it's pretty unique because it's a private space. You're just with a bunch of the best athletes in the world, and everything is available and basically free for the athletes. So you can eat anytime you want in a cafeteria that provides almost every kind of food. There are laundromats and arcades and coffee shops and post offices and all of that stuff, and it's sort of like your own little world in one space. So it's a very cool opportunity to get to be a part of that, and I'm sure they're having a lot of fun there already.
The PWHL season resumes after the Olympics here. Is there do you imagine there's going to be a lot of momentum being built here with these massive games? And really continuing to build a growing fan base already into the final third in the stretch of this season.
Yeah, I think that's what we're really excited about is the opportunity to draw new fans to the game. We have incredibly passionate, loyal fans of the PWHL, but, want to continue to grow that. And I think the Olympics does a really good job of telling stories and letting people get to know the athletes. And so through that, we're going to bring people into the league to follow the athletes. And we have such a compelling story. We have 8 teams that are separated by 14 points right now in the standings. Only 4 make the playoffs. We play a 3-point system, so that gap can close really quickly. And with only, half the season to go, sort of 15, 16 games, depending on the team, there's a lot to look forward to. And then, of course, the run to the Walter Cup. So really excited about the momentum to come out of the Olympic Games. I know the athletes are completely focused, on Olympic gold right now, but when they get back, that's going to turn very quickly to the Walter Cup. And that's exciting for all of us.
I definitely took a selfie with the Walter Cup at the Hockey Hall of Fame. I'm not embarrassed to admit it. I was really excited because I'm never going to hoist it, but you have such a long resume that continues to grow, of all the accomplishments that you've had both on and off the ice, that you could have an entire wing dedicated to you at the Hall of Fame. When it comes to all your medals, all the memorabilia, where do you keep all of this stuff?
I don't think I have a good answer for you. So, I keep my medals are literally just in a drawer. They come out occasionally if I go speak to, a corporate group or a school or a camp and that sort of thing. But those are memories that, and the medals themselves are, I think, meant to be shared with people. And, it's incredible as an athlete when you can talk to people and they remember where they were and how they felt and who they were with. And, those Olympic memories are so powerful for so many people, both those that compete, but those that just, are passionate and patriotic. And so they're great memories to have. And, those are the most valuable for sure.
Well, we appreciate your time. I can't wait to come over and look at the medals that are in the drawer. I really appreciate that invite that I just gave to myself right now. We appreciate your time.
Anytime.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Love Jayna. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car. So
hey, that's a first for me. You knew the words to Mambo number 5. I cannot believe this. This is my first time not unmuting my mic. I think it's just because I was trying to take a moment after the interview, being like, I've interviewed her a bunch. She's just so awesome, and everything that she has done for the sport for women, the behind the scenes stuff, incredible. We do not know about the crap she's had to take. Just an amazing human. And this is the best day ever. I had no idea you knew so many of the lyrics to Mambo number 5. Dan for the W.
Isn't music the weirdest thing that you can remember the lyrics to a song from your childhood like it's nobody's business, but then if I try to remember what I had for lunch yesterday, forget about it. It's not happening.
Or people's names. Not going to happen.
That too.
Yeah, absolutely not. But someone's name I remember. So we're going from one great to another because, yes, we have Marc Ross, who is an analyst on the NFL Network. Let me do that again. Honestly, I don't know what's happening today, Dan. I may have to tag team so that you do all these intros, and hopefully he did not just hear how bad I'm. Yeah. Marc Ross is an analyst for the NFL Network and also a 2-time Super Bowl champ who joins us now. Yes. Marc, we appreciate your time so much. We know you are extremely busy, but out of all of us here, you're the only one who can say, Super Bowl champ and that you've really covered them. But, no big deal. But can you just kind of take us into the chaos on either side, whether it be now a media member covering it or being a part of a franchise that won a Super Bowl? Because it just seems crazy.
Well, being a part of it is much better than being a media person with it for sure. Being a part of it twice. I mean, there's nothing like it. You can't even describe it. I've been through it. I've won it twice, but just even leading up to it, having my family as part of the festivities during Super Bowl week, staying with me, my parents, my wife, my daughter, who were able to be a part of it. And when you talk about football as family, this week really is the epitome of that because, well, at least the New York Giants did anyway, made sure that it wasn't just about the people that work there, the players, the coaches, the personnel staff, but all their families were a part of the festivities and what was going on, and feel as if this was special, because it is. I mean, there's absolutely nothing like it. So yeah, I'd much rather be doing it again for the third time on the team side, but on the media side is cool as well.
Well, on the media side, you have so many wonderful articles. Your analysis is appreciated for all of us that are watching at home, wherever it may be. But the thing I keep hearing over and over again, people are like, there's no sexy storylines about the Super Bowl, which I disagree with, is what are some storylines that stick out for you going into this? Like, do you disagree with them, or do you in fact think this is a non-sexy Super Bowl?
I think it's chock full of, just sexy or unprecedented, or, just the fact that absolutely nobody had these two teams in the Super Bowl to start the season. I thought the Patriots would have an excellent resurgence, and I picked them to kind of flip their record from 4-13 to 13-4. So I could pat my back with that, but never would have thought they would have been in the Super Bowl. In Seattle, I thought, okay, what's Sam Darnold going to do after he fell apart? With the Vikings at the end of the year, is like, okay, they're investing a lot in this offseason with him to say he can do it again. And he got better, to his credit, he did. So just the Sam Darnold aspect, the Patriots resurgence aspect of it, two teams that absolutely nobody had to be here right now, to be in it. I think that's a great storyline as well. There's tons of great players that are going to be in this. Just from the Seattle side, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, the year that he's had, that whole defense. I mean, can't even talk about the defense because of everybody that they've got, that they've had. The Patriots, they really rebuilt their team in an off season. Drake May was a foundation a year ago, but all the moves they made in free agency, the moves they made in the draft, all the moves they made to get Mike Vrabel as their head coach. So to me, there's tons and tons of intrigue with this Super Bowl, and it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it feels like there's a lot of people that have hated the Patriots for years that are angry or hate watching them again, right? Because they're back in the Super Bowl.
Well, I never knew how much, for me, I started out with the Philadelphia Eagles. I was NFC East. Yeah. You hate the NFC East people. Then I went to the Bills, which was kind of like, okay. And then once I got to the Giants in that first Super Bowl, I never understood how much the people hated the Patriots until we got into that Super Bowl, and it was Super Bowl week, where every single person was like, beat the Patriots, we hate them. And I really was clueless being a part of it, because I'm thinking, well, I hate the Cowboys, I hate the Eagles, I hate the Washington. But, really that week, that Super Bowl week, our first one that was 18 years ago, the anniversary of it, in Glendale, Arizona, where I realized how much the outside world or other teams just hate the Patriots. So, yeah, I guess that's back now.
Yeah, it's back.
It's definitely back. And it's amazing, they had so many years with Brady, and we see teams like really struggle to find their franchise quarterback for so long. And, quickly the Patriots land on Drake May. I was looking through some of your old articles. On May 6th, you said he was going to have a breakout season. I think, him being an MVP candidate is
myself on the back again. Thanks.
You can bat back again. But what to you makes Drake May special? Because I know, there's a lot of, hey, look, his numbers aren't really popping off the page here in the playoffs. It's like, have you seen the defense he's been going up against? He's still finding a way to make plays that help his team win football games. But ultimately, what are you seeing from Drake May?
Yeah, so, he played at an MVP level for most of the season. And look, the Patriots' opponents during the season weren't the best. I mean, 11 of the teams they played, their coaches got fired. And they also played some other bottom feeders. So, they did feast off of a lot of bad teams. But to their credit, they won the games. They did what they were supposed to do. Now in the playoffs, they played three of the best defenses in the league, and they've struggled. But he made the plays when he needed to make the plays. And that's really what you want out of your franchise quarterback, is when it's a team game, when it's a team effort, like, okay, our defense is stepping up now, our special teams is stepping up, but our franchise quarterback has to still make those plays when they are there to be made, no matter how few and far between they may be. As we saw just in their last game against Denver, he had to make 4 plays. He made those 4 plays. Jarrett Stidham, the backup quarterback for the Broncos, those plays were there. He could not absolutely make those plays. Bo Nix was in there, possibly. But you have to give him credit, Drake May, for making the plays when they're there to be made in the playoffs, whereas in the regular season it was more at a high level of, okay, I'm carrying the offense. We're at a high level. So we'll see in the Super Bowl. He's going to see it again because Seattle can say, okay, those three defenses, hold my beer. We're better than all three of those. So Drake May is going to absolutely have to play a lot better in order for them to pull the upset.
Yeah, Seattle's defense just really came together, almost recreating the Legion of Boom back there in a more modern way for 2026. But Seattle also benefiting from Sam Darnold continuing what he had in his breakout year with Minnesota last year, and he was always known as the guy who can't get it done in the big game, I guess, and he's really done it. I mean, he's coming off maybe the best game of his career in the AFC Championship, going toe-to-toe with Matt Stafford. It just feels like this is a perfect system for him to fit in. And sometimes we always know like these guys have incredible talent, but sometimes it just takes the right fit and some kind of a switch to flip for these guys that they just figure it out at the highest level in the world.
Yeah, I mean, the Sam Darnold journey is unprecedented in the history of the NFL. But every single team from now on that doesn't have a quarterback is going to say we can get our Sam Darnold, and it's never going to get done. Look, it's never going to happen again where a guy goes with the second pick in the draft and then he's third pick of the draft and then he goes to 5 teams and then he possibly is a Super Bowl champion. It'll never happen again. But every team is going to try to do that. And Sam has always been supremely talented. The movement, the arm, the playmaking, he's had that. It was just the turnovers that really got him, the turnovers and the inconsistency. And there was still even some of that this year where, last year with Minnesota, he had a great year. And then at the end, it fell apart because he was turning the ball over and then he couldn't raise the level. This year, he led the league in interceptions. So, but he had the other good stuff going, which countered that. And they were such a good team that they offset that. Okay, then it was that second game against the Rams where he threw 2 interceptions in the first half. Is like, okay, here we go again with Sam. He's about to fall apart. And then you talked about, changing. Like, it was like, I keep saying he's like Neo with the Matrix, where that second half, that fourth quarter, where he just like, okay, Sam's about to throw his third and fourth interception. But no, he took it and then he went. And then since then, he's just been absolutely crushing it. I think 5 touchdowns, only 1 interception. And it's just taking his game to another level. He just unlocked all of that, where he just let all that go and hasn't turned the ball over, and all the positive plays have been there. So it's really just a unique story, and happy for him because I always thought he had the talent to be a good, really good player.
We're hearing about these remarkable moments on the field. You were an all Ivy League wide receiver at Princeton in 93 and 94. Have you shown
any
jersey
in the back?
Yeah, we see it. Don't you worry. Have you shown any of the current players your highlight reel?
No. This is actually, I'm at my mom's house right now, so she has this. This is not even my house, my regular studio. But man, I can see it now. Jeez, I would have handled it differently. But yeah, how about that? No, I was okay. But I always thought, the older you get, the better you were. So I brag a lot about the stuff I used to do, but we'll hide the tapes on actually how it was.
Well, something you were also really good at was being a scout. That is not an easy job for anyone. What was it about being a scout that you enjoyed?
Well, when I first started, I was 22 years old or so. I graduated from Princeton. I worked a couple internships, went to grad school for sport management back when it wasn't really that popular. And then I got an internship with with the Eagles, being in the scouting department. And once I got that, I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. I know, I'm combining my love for the game and still having been fresh off of playing with, here's some real life ability to use that in a professional way. Never really wanted to coach. I wouldn't have had the patience for that. I wouldn't have had the temperament to be a coach. So the scouting aspect was really just special for me. And when I started out, I was like the same age as most of the players that I was scouting still. And, on the team, I was like the youngest. And then I had such a long career that then I turned out to be, scouting guys that I could be their dad, or, guys that I scouted, their kids were the ones I was being scouted. So, there's nothing like the NFL, the specialness of being a part of that, and the camaraderie, the travel, the intensity of it. It really was a special time, and set me up for a nice career or accomplish a couple good things.
And as a scout, obviously Super Bowl teams are built through the draft, certainly, and especially the Seahawks. Looking at their draft record over the last 3 seasons and their roster, man, it's just like it's hard to hit on that many picks at the level they've hit. Like they've just found stars on both sides of the ball at all areas of the draft.
Yeah, that you have to give John Schneider just unbelievable credit for the way that he's built this team. And as you said, like you can't look at one position group and say, okay, where's the weak spot? Like they have stars, as you said, impact players, not good players, not okay player. They have impact players at just about every single position group. And that's a testament to John Schneider and his scouting staff, not just him, not just the GM, but all those scouts, those area scouts that get out on the road. They're pro scouts that have signed some of these guys as well in free agency. And, Sam Darnold was kind of the final piece that brought it all together because you still need that quarterback to do it. The decision to walk away from Geno Smith and sign Sam brought it all together. But yeah, for John Schneider and his staff to crush it like this for basically 3 years is just amazing, where you can look at every single position group and say, oh, we're the best in this, we're the best in the league, but no, we're not even the best in the position group on our team. So it's really a super talented group that plays hard. That's the thing, that they're talented, but these guys just play hard on both sides.
You spoke about crushing it, and this weekend I plan on drinking a gallon of nacho cheese and crushing like 3 bags of nachos. I am pumped.
I think you were saying drinking a gallon. I thought you were saying drinking something else, but not nacho cheese. Was the last thing.
Nacho cheese, yeah.
So excited for that. Indulge me with this ridiculous question. We are doing a Super Bowl snack draft of some of the best Super Bowl snacks. Do you have a go-to, and do you have an unconventional one that you enjoy?
Well, honestly, last year was the first time I've been a part of a Super Bowl party. So, being in the league, anytime there was a Super Bowl, I would get out of town. Actually, my wife and I would go to Puerto Rico or somewhere and just hang out. Last year, because I'm from Philadelphia, I promised my family kind of mid-season, if the Eagles make it, I'll have a Super Bowl party. So last year was the first time I actually had or was a part of a Super Bowl party. But the wings, my sister makes unbelievable, buffalo wings. So she crushed that. That's always a favorite. So you always got to go with, if someone can make some quality wings, I don't think any other snack can really beat that. Now, if you get some bad wings, yes, things surpass that. But those buffalo wings, if you get some great ones, are always critical.
We appreciate your time. Thank you so much for everything, and enjoy the weekend. Hopefully we'll talk to you soon, but thank you for your time today, Marc.
For sure. Anytime.
Wait until he ever tastes wings that I make. I've made multiple people sick with how I cook, and my earrings keep falling out, so I'm just going to take them out. No one's noticing.
You can just get the wings in a box and throw them in the oven. They're not, there's better ways to make wings, but Linz, there are simple ways that you can still have chicken wings that are edible.
Oh, least. Absolutely. I go beep, bop, boop, bop, beep. That's what my phone sounds like. And then I order them off of the food delivery service, and it's a champ. I get them from some of my favorite chefs in the world, and including the all-star one we have on now. He's a chef. He's an author. He's an entrepreneur. He's a sports lover. You've seen him on your TVs around the world. Matt Dean Pettit. Yes. Oh, wearing the Bills stuff. Let's go.
You know it, guys. Man. You know it. Hi, everybody. How are you? Linz, Dan, how are you?
We're great. We're so happy you're here to also talk about the ultimate snack bracket when it comes to the Super Bowl, but we obviously have to talk about the Bills Nation, and what it was like for you as a fan this year.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. This is great to be on the pod with you guys. And, as Marc was saying, excuse me, I love what he was just previously saying. He locks into some wings. The family's getting going. Dan, I'm with you. There's easy ways you can do it. I do know Lindsay. So, Lindsay, maybe, just keep ordering. Don't make it. We don't need your family getting sick or anybody over there. Leave the heavy lifting to the professionals like myself.
Yeah, it's the best way to do it.
He knows me well.
He knows me well. Yeah, you know what, real quick. Yeah, sorry, Dan.
I gotta know, Matt. I gotta know, because our chat is fired up about the Patriots being back in the Super Bowl. We see you in the Bills gear. How do you feel about Drake May carrying the New England Patriots to the Super Bowl before Josh Allen was able to carry the Bills back to the Super Bowl?
Oh, that's a great question. So I had to, and I know, Dan, you're a big Seahawks guy, so I tip my hat to you. But I think you knew I was going to come guns blazing with Bills Mafia here. So to answer your question directly, I'll speak for all of Bills Mafia, the 9,000,000,000,000,000 of us across the world. Add that times two. We are devastated. It's been the worst soap opera reality TV show within the last 3.5 weeks that you've ever seen. And, that's a catch, by the way. I can say it here as a very vocal fan. That was a catch. We would be in the Super Bowl final playing you right now, Dan, and your lovely Seahawks. And we're broken.
Yep.
We're heartbroken. To answer your question about Drake May it's actually the double whammy. You have Drake May, God bless him, a great quarterback. Thank God he didn't win the MVP last night, if I can say that. With that being said, you also have Sam Darnold. You have Sam Darnold and now Drake May. Sam Darnold being, of course, in the same draft as Josh Allen. For me, I think Josh Allen, for most of Buffalo and anybody that's a Bills fan, I don't think Josh Allen's a human. We think he might be part of God in some level still. And you know that. Come on now. But it's heartbreaking for sure, guys.
Yeah, I feel for you and Bills Mafia. Like, it's rough. As somebody that cheered for the Cowboys and now is just an orphan who doesn't know what to cheer for in life anymore, because I just hate them so much that I went to the Dolphins to inflict pain, but I hate the owner and everyone so much less.
No.
It's a world of torment, It's a world of torment that we have. And I think, Lindsay, you were saying, the whole snack thing and getting into it's just an exciting time. You know what? All jokes aside about football, whether your team's in it or not, I'm a big fan of just getting everybody together. I think 50% of the people that watch don't even care about the game. As a diehard fan, as a business owner, I'm good with that. I want everybody in. Let's get everybody watching. Let's get everybody doing Bad Bunny, halftime show, which is going to be amazing on so many levels. And, bring the snacks. Bring all of the snacks, except maybe don't crush. I did hear off camera, you were saying to Marc Ross there, Dan, that you crushed Lindsay nacho cheese sauce. Oh, my God. What's that about?
Oh my God, I would love to drink a gallon of it. I would take a bath in nacho cheese. That's how much I love it. I've asked for like a thing on my counter for I can just put it over everything. I love nacho cheese sauce more than I love my husband.
Cheese out of a dispenser is just not. I don't know.
It's not. I'm pretty.
I'll
be honest.
Probably.
I'm a pretty easygoing chef, and I think you may know this. A lot of chefs, a lot of cooks, when we're done, we'll eat. Most of us would eat cheese out of the jar like that too. Just because when it's done, it's done. It's like you guys, right? When you're done, you sort of want to move on to do something else, not in your world of sports, right? So with that being said, it's like Mark said, he takes off when Super Bowl was on. He leaves town and goes on vacation. I totally understand. So when we're at home, we don't do a lot of highfalutin eating. And I see where you can go with that cheese. With that being said, I might have a hookup for you, Lindsay, because my partner, my wife, many years ago, I'll see if she can dig up some help there. She used to be one of those promo execution people that would go around with like the cart, and she drove like whatever the nacho branded cart is called, or like that brand. And she would go to like university to university and hand out nachos with hot cheese dip. So I'll see if I can put a good word for you. That's a true story.
You already were my favorite, and you know this. Yeah. I am so happy right now. We went off starting the top of the show talking about penis injections in the Olympics to now talk about me getting potential nacho cheese. Yeah, wild segue. But speaking about that, we should talk about hot dogs, because you are the expert. We are going to talk about the ultimate off-the-roster bracket when it comes to snacks for the big game. We have a chart coming up that – so on the left-hand side, we're going to have you and Dan – discuss which should go first. I will be the tiebreaker vote. Then on the right, it'll be me and you, and Dan will be the tiebreaker to see who advances. In the chat, you can also join us. So we'll start off with number one. If you're taking wings or fruit platter, which should advance? Matt, you go first. You're the guest.
So I'm going to just say my guess is my answer is very simple, but I'll preface this maybe, depending on who's seeing this, maybe it might be like West Coast versus East Coast, or like, say, I'm thinking somebody like where we are located, or maybe anywhere around like upstate New York, Buffalo, they're going for it. But maybe California, West Coast, they're pretty healthy out there. Our friends in Vancouver, they might lean towards a fruit
Yep.
platter. I'm just saying, Dan, you know that
They
world.
might.
I'm gonna go
Yep.
wings all day. I just think that's the obvious. I could also eat wings probably 24/7 of any kind.
With
Yeah.
cheese sauce on them?
I
100%.
I want to be like ultimate like sports radio guy and be able to like craft a take for fruit platter, but who the hell is
Right.
having a fruit platter at a Super Bowl party?
Yeah, no.
We're going
Totally.
number one. Wings are a number one seed. They got to go through.
You know what's so funny
Yeah.
on that? That's like March Madness, like 1 versus the team that makes it at 16. And like, it's like, you know what? Fruit platter was Iona, with no disrespect to Iona. You know what I mean? It's like Iona
That's very
Duke,
true.
first seeding. And you never know. Sometimes, like once a year, once every 12 years, Iona pulls it off.
Yeah, no.
The fruit
That
platter
is the one
for,
thing.
for a football context. They were the Carolina Panthers in this year's NFL playoffs.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
shade. Yeah, fruit platter, the only thing here that could not be drenched in cheese, and I would not be happy about it. Get that garbage out of here, to quote Jack Armstrong. So wings moves on.
That's
Then
right.
next, between nachos and spinach dip. Matt, what are you taking?
That's actually a bit of a toss-up, truthfully. And this might be people might throw me some shade as well, too. I'll go spinach dip all day. I'll take a spinach dip.
Ooh.
I will, and I can eat spinach dip with a spoon, so I don't even need the nachos pairing up there. I love spinach dip. You give me a really good hot cheesy spinach dip, game on.
I mean, a good spinach dip is like, especially like a lobster spinach dip or something like. Oh man, spinach dip can get pretty good, but I'm gonna go nachos here. Like nachos, thoroughly at a Super Bowl party, you get not loaded nachos. I mean, nobody's upset about loaded nachos at a Super Bowl party.
They are not.
So it
they
looks
are
like
not.
we need a tiebreaker here. I'm going to quickly look at the chat between nachos and spinach dip and completely ignore it. And you know what's crazy? I'm going to go with spinach dip for the win because, yes, nachos make me mad because in this setting, when you're grabbing it and you have to share, you never get the right ratio of amazing nacho cheese, but also the beef and everything else on that. It makes me mad. Spinach dip, every single bite, I am in heaven. And I know that's going to surprise people because they're like, that's almost healthy. That's not like you. So, yeah, spinach dip is that thing. And then next,
thank you.
Oh, my favorite
That's
matchup.
Big underdog right there, spinach dip, especially with Lindsay as the tiebreaker.
No kidding.
Hot dogs versus meatballs, guy. Yeah, hot dogs versus meatballs.
Is it over to me? Is it over to me, Lindsay?
Yeah, sorry, you.
You know what? Yeah, I've got to go, glizzies all day. I'll hammer, God bless. I do make special trips, of course, to see our friends at the Jays for the Looney Dogs.
Yeah.
I will eat a hot dog. I do have a rule. I will say this, and this is fact. And if you know me well, I eat hot dogs in a game. I'll eat hot dogs generally in New York. And this is no disrespect about any hot dogs elsewhere. I just don't eat hot dogs at like a barbecue or something. I have to be in a sporting event or like the mecca of a solid hot dog for me to like enjoy it. But I do love hot dogs and I'll eat them all day.
I absolutely hate hot dogs with every fiber of my being, so I cannot go there. I can also, as an Italian, they would take away my Italian card here in Woodbridge if I did not say meatballs. Now, meatballs are a little bit weird because like at a Super Bowl party, but if you make like brocioli, which is like without the tomato sauce, then we're talking. Like you just have some out there and people would be all over it. So I'm going with the meatballs.
We have a tiebreaker, man, and glizzies all day. It's a bad day to be a hot dog on Super Bowl. Yes. I love hot dogs so much.
I'll slip Lindsay that $20. I'll e-transfer you for all this signing over there. Dan, I apologize. You're making a very, very, very cultural and very more elegant, though, this Super Bowl party with some of your picks, bud. That's great. The meatballs, lovely.
Yeah.
I love hot dogs so much. I told Dan I was not going to admit this on air, but I have a hat that says it's a bad day to be a hot dog. I love hot dogs so much. But we'll leave it at that and advance to the next category, which is potato skins versus cookies. You either love or hate both of those. Like, because it's a lot of people hate potato skins and a lot of people hate cookies.
So can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
The version of potato skins I like. Do you know when one of my first jobs ever was in a kitchen and you're cutting off all the skins and like peeling potatoes? We used to keep all the potato skins and then fry them as like almost like Miss Vicky's or like little kettle chips back in the day.
Ooh,
And then you salt the
Oh,
heck out of them. Incredible. So I am
yeah.
gonna lean with a potato skin, sort of like MDP's way. But yeah, I'm gonna go potato skins.
I want a
Dan?
little bit of sweetness at my Super Bowl party as well to go along with all the savory foods we're having. So I'm gonna vote cookies here.
I just hit my head like 8 times with my notepad as I'm keeping track. Dan, what the hell is wrong with you? In one way, what the hell is great is that when we're ever at a party together, we will never have to fight over the food.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Potato
Yeah, we're
skins,
sorted.
man. Sorry, man. I'm not taking your side at all because you have, for the most part, like no taste palette. So we're gonna go and now break these down. So this is the first category between wings and spinach. Dan, you can go first. What would your choice be to advance?
I'm going wings. Wings are the 1 seed. I'm still taking wings over a spinach dip.
Matt?
I think I'd never be allowed back in the city of brotherly or good neighbors, the city of good neighbors, Buffalo. And so yes, I'm going wings, of course, too. Yeah, wings and blue cheese. Ranch doesn't exist. Do not order ranch.
Yeah.
It's only blue cheese.
All
This is
your
gonna be a
Bills
tough one,
Mafia
guys.
friends, all your Bills Mafia
Yeah.
friends would call you a jagoff if you didn't
I'd be
vote for
done.
wings here.
I'd be an imposter, right? I'd be an imposter, never be allowed back.
Dan, I might have to go to the chat for this because I'll see what they have to say. So the next to advance would be between hot dogs and potato skins. So Dan, what's your take? And then Matt.
I
And then
didn't vote
chat
for
weigh in on
either
this.
of these.
I know you did it.
Yeah.
I'm voting potato skins. Give me the potato skins. I'll take especially if they're made in the way that Matt described them earlier. I'm taking potato
Lovely.
skins over a hot dog.
I love that. He tried to butter me up there, but it's not going to work, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm going glizzies all day. I'll take hot dog, please, to advance. Thank you.
Hot dogs to advance. And first thing I saw in the chat right now from Johnny Scarpelli, he's voting hot dogs to advance. So to advance to the final. Oh, sorry, you were too late with the potato skins. You got to be quick on the chat. And so the final one's to advance between wings and hot dogs. I already know the answers, but Matt, we'll go with you first.
Yeah, it's going to be wings all day. Solid. Let's make it happen. And I will say real quick, not overly breaded wings. I just want deep fried wings. Don't give me any breading.
Yeah.
I want pure chicken, and I want a drum. Give me drums all day. If I get the choice, I'll go drum over a flat. I just eating a flat's weird. You almost look like, I don't know, it's weird eating a flat.
It's definitely weird eating a flat. We'll take drums all day. Buffalo sauce. Wings are going through to the final.
Yes.
All right. So Dan, you want to go through the other side? You are now the tiebreaker, and you will throw this to me and Matt.
So our first matchup here on the right side of the bracket, pizza against veggies and ranch. Doesn't seem like a hard choice here. Doesn't seem like a hard choice.
To me first, well, I don't think there's no such thing as bad pizza. So pizza, number 1.
Lindsay?
I'm going to leave it at that because you have comments on that, but I will go with pizza because vegetables have no place unless they're deep fried potatoes at a party. So I'm going with pizza advancing.
All right.
That's right.
1 seed pizza through to the semis on the right side of the bracket. We go to our next matchup, sliders against deviled eggs. This is a little bit off the board. Deviled eggs. Matt, where are you going?
I'm going to take the number 7 seed representing the 666 nation. I'll take the deviled eggs, please, Dan.
Oh.
I love them. Yeah, you didn't see that coming. You didn't see that coming.
My
mom, Mrs. Pettit, makes the best 1970s, 80s style deviled eggs that you've ever seen. And I used to just hammer like 6 of them before they'd hit the table. And I still could.
Wow.
The chat right now is like pizza all the way. And I need to try those. So I think we're going to have a bit of an upset here. And I'm not just agreeing with you because I adore you. Before, when we were going through like what the food should be, I said like hard-boiled eggs, pickled eggs. I love a pickled egg.
Sure.
So
I don't want to go to your guys'
deviled
Super
egg.
Bowl party. This sounds awful. Like deviled eggs at a Super Bowl party? What are we doing here?
Deviled eggs are like,
Just
they're
glad-
so fun. Oh, yeah.
They
We'll
gotta
just
wear
have
a
an
bow
egg
tie to
and you
party
can
the
next
garnish
year.
party,
them.
I
You
feel-
can garnish them. We can get a little West Coast. We can put like little salmon, smoked salmon for us, the Seahawk
Oh.
fans out there in the West Coast.
All right. I know. Okay,
We
we
could put
brought
hot
a
dogs
chef
on
to the
them.
party.
Yeah, we'll
I
make
know.
it
Okay,
nice.
so deviled eggs.
All right,
Pizza
deviled
is
eggs are
advancing.
through against all odds. Deviled eggs are through
Against
against
all odds.
sliders.
Wow, 7-2, a 7-2 upset. Wow.
Yeah. All right, our next matchup is potatoes versus. Why could we not just go fries here? Potatoes against onion dip
Yeah.
is
So whatever
Yeah.
kind of
next on the
potato you
bracket.
want versus this. You can go with
ChatGPT
whatever
was like, no, we're
potato
not
you
doing
want.
fries. We're doing potatoes. That's what's
right.
happening here. So,
There might be
potatoes
like a
versus onion
trade
dip.
potato versus there might be like a trademark infringement versus the word fries. So off the rosters, keeping it super neutral, so there's no like cease and desist against fries. I get it.
Where are you going,
I'm
Matt?
gonna say so. I've got it. You know what? My Irish family background. I could eat potato and a potato form of anything all day. Like it's my worst. It's my worst like vice is a potato. So I'll take potato, please, at number 3.
We really are BFFs, but I love mashed potato, baked potato, scalloped potato, French fries.
yeah.
Like potatoes are life, but just because I want Dan to participate in this, onion dip. Although in my profile for social media, I said the only thing you need to know about me is I hate onions, but I'm going to say onion dip just to see what Dan's take would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my take is definitely potatoes here. I mean, who wants an onion dip? Everybody's just going to have really bad breath after an onion dip. So,
and after those eggs, yummy.
let's go with the potatoes.
This is an aggressive party.
And finally, on this bracket is buffalo chicken dip versus hot nuts. Yes, buffalo chicken dip or hot nuts. I was instructed to say hot nuts for this one.
Yes,
even
yeah,
though
you got it. Like,
you told him that.
Yeah, you got it. This is going off the rails. I love it. I got it. If I'm up first here, if the name buffalo's in it, chicken and dip. I love all 3 things in that order. Actually, like literally in that order. Let's go number 4, buffalo chicken dip, of course.
In my mind, I was like
Lindsay?
going to say the other option, how I love, but I know my father-in-law is watching, and I'm like, I have to watch it because I didn't mean it that way. And we already talked about weird injections earlier in the show. So, but buffalo chicken dip is just magic when it is done right. And I will let you know, at spring training last year, I Uber Eats it to the hotel, and I ate it for like 3 days. It brought me so much joy. So, okay, we have buffalo chicken dip. So the final 2 on that side is pizza versus deviled eggs. Matt, what are you going with?
There's only so long I think I can like survive on the sword, so to speak. I might have to. I think I've got to lean back to my heart and just go shoot from the hip. Pizza, please.
What if there's pineapple on it and that's the only option?
I'll still eat it. And real quick, sort of note on that too. I actually love Kevin McAllister style. My favorite is a cheese pizza, New York City style. And of course you have to fold it and like thin.
Yeah.
I could eat that 24/7. That's my pizza, cheese pizza.
Yeah. Pizza
I'm hungry.
is what got me through college and most days in life, to be honest. Still to this day, because I don't cook, as you know, I'm so bad at it. So pizza advances. And then we have fries versus not hot nuts, Dan, but what? Yeah. So Matt, what do you pick between that?
You know what? And it's and I'll say this: we're at the off the roster ultimate Super Bowl snack party. So I'm gonna do the buffalo chicken dip, and the reason being, fries are weird to eat in a communal side. Like it's communally weird to like. What do you grab like your hand at a party? And like if I look over and Dan's got his mitt in a big thing of fries. And then like he's like licking fingers or whatever. I'm just like, I'm not going back for those. So I want a nice spoon in the chicken dip. And then I'm just like, everyone's sort of nice. I have a weird thing with like sharing like saliva of drinks and food. So like George Costanza, the double dip. I watch people at a buffet. I watch people at a party. I'll watch you. I'll call you out.
Well, I'll let you know that I also agree with you with the buffalo chicken dip, but I love it so much I would just put my hand in there, take a scoopful, and eat it in front of everybody. So I only get it. So advancing to the final 2, I will let you, Dan and Matt, vote between this also in the chat. It is between the 1 and 2 seed, pizza versus, Yeah, pizza.
Pizza versus
No,
buffalo chicken
I
dip.
missed it, but I think we're going pizza versus buffalo chicken dip. Is that where you're
Yeah.
at, Matt? Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
pizza versus
pizza
wings.
versus wings, and you knew it would come down to it. It's almost like, it's the matchup of the century. Everybody wants it. The media is crying for it. I've
They go
got to
great
go.
together as well.
They do go great together, but there can only be one victor, and to that goes the spoils. I'll go wings just because I don't know. Like I can eat wings. I love wings, and I don't eat them all the time. But if you're at a Super Bowl party, I think you just got to lean into a wing because a pizza is something you can do on like a Monday afternoon. Where a wing, it's more of a treat.
Wow. Okay.
Wing happens less often, but you know what? I'm gonna go with a pizza because nothing goes better than pizza, beer, and football for a Super Bowl Sunday. So pizza would be my selection here for the off the roster party.
Wow,
that makes
guys.
you the tiebreaker.
It
You gotta
makes me the
decide it all.
tiebreaker, but because I
Yes.
don't want to get on either of your bad side, I'm going to look at the chat. Thank you for everyone joining right now underneath YouTube on the Nation Network. And we have one wing vote, and then we have pizza.
Oh, we got lots of pizza votes.
Pizza, barely pizza, snack MVP for pepperoni pizza. So, Matt, although we appreciate you so much, pizza is the ultimate Super Bowl snack for our first off the roster bracket. So congratulations to pizza. Put some wings on that pizza, and then we all win. That was entertaining. Thank you for everyone participating in the chat. But Matt, before you go, I just want to ask both of you some Super Bowl trivia.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get the actual questions first. I was looking at the answers and almost read them because that's where I'm at right now. Who sang the longest national anthem?
Ooh. Do we want to do, is it just shoot from the hip, one of us first?
Yes, are you?
I'm gonna say Aretha Franklin.
Oh, that's a good one. Chris Stapleton.
Oh, that's close. That one
That's
just
very good.
The way that they filmed that.
It was
and showed
very
the
slow. I
coaches
remember it,
crying.
Yeah, super slow.
Yeah.
Well, you're both wrong. Alicia Keys holds the record for having sung the longest national anthem. Her timing clocked in at 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Stapleton was not that far off. So great guess.
Wow.
I wanted to say Fergie, but then I rememred that was the NBA All-Star game. So
yeah, that's just one that you want to forget about because I don't think she was singing the national anthem. So anyway,
my first guess was Roseanne. My first guess was Roseanne Barr, but then I knew that was
my ears started to like bleed as soon as you said that because you can't unhear it after you heard it. It's so memorable. Good on her.
That and Carl Lewis.
That's
terrible.
Yeah.
How much did the average ticket cost for the first Super Bowl in 1967?
The first Super Bowl?
67.
It's like playing
that
the
might
Price
have been like
Right.
the Frozen.
Yeah, the Frozen Tundra in Green
the Frozen
Bay.
Tundra game, I think it was. Yeah.
I'm gonna say $2.75.
I'll say. It's gonna be super low. I'm gonna say $4.99.
Like $499 or $4?
No, $4.99. Is it Price is Right rules as well? Because if you go over, you're out, right? Like you can't go over.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, it is Price is Right rules. And Dan, what was your answer?
$2.75.
The average price for a Super Bowl ticket in 1967 cost $6. That point goes to Matt. So far, it is 1-0 with only one question remaining. And just to let everyone know, the average price right now for a ticket to the Super Bowl in the secondhand selling market is over $8,000 US. So
wild.
No, that's just stupidity.
Pretty good increase.
Yeah,
that's a good increase.
Pretty good. According to USA Today, how much does a 30-second Super Bowl ad cost this year?
Ooh. Go ahead, Matt. I'll let you have first.
Yeah. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm going to say $2 million. I say $2 million USD.
I'm going to say, $1 and try to win this one.
I love your attitude. I love the strategy.
Price is Right rules.
100%.
The average price for a 30-second Super Bowl commercial in the US of A, $8 million on average. Most companies pay $10 million for a 30-second ad.
Wow. That has legitimately gone up because I remember actually being around like a 2 million mark not many years ago. And wow. Woo. Spicy.
Crazy.
30 seconds. Yeah. And the only ad that I remember is the one that goes, "What's up?" Other than that, I don't
so
remember
good.
any Super Bowl ad.
So good.
We adore
The
you.
Dunkin'
If I
Donuts one was
had
pretty
10,
good.
yeah. If I had $10 million
Unbelievable.
to pay you to go on our show every day, I would do that. So I don't have it. So I thank you for doing this gesture
Yeah.
as a
That's
friend.
right. No problem.
But
Yes.
can you tell everyone where to find you? And when they're in Toronto, there's so many wonderful
Yeah.
places that they should be,
Yeah.
including. Yeah. So Trinity Market.
Thank you,
Up to
everybody.
man.
Thanks for having me on the show. Thanks for having it was fun. You know what? If there's food and sports, you'll literally probably find me. And excited to be hosting the Real Sports Pro Line party for the Super Bowl this Sunday, which is going to be fantastic. I have no horse in the game, so I'll be completely Switzerland neutral with a mic yelling at people, like Dan. Hopefully, get him excited. But yeah, you can find me, Matt Dean Pettit, on social media. And a lot of fun. Before I do go, I got to say one thing. Lindsay, you and I have known each other a long time. Dan, we're getting to know each other. And I got to say this. Dan, how many times, and Lindsay, please back me up on this. Back me up. How many times, Dan, have you been told you look like a way more handsome Baker Mayfield? Oh, this is Baker. This is Baker. This is Baker. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Baker's doppelganger.
It happens quite a bit. When I was at Lumen Field in October, the Seahawks were playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And as I'm walking to my seat, a bunch of Seahawks fans are like, "Is that Baker Mayfield?" So I've told that story like 17 times already. But yes,
I love Baker.
I get it a lot.
I love Baker. I can see it, man. That's a high five through the pod team, man. I love Baker. So shout out. Yeah, high five.
There could be worse doppelgangers to have.
That's right.
Let's just keep trying to high five each other. Let's just keep trying to high five each other. There we go.
Thanks, everybody.
Awful. Thank you.
Thanks,
you were
Matt.
awesome. Thank you so much. Absolute gem there. And you know what's funny?
Amazing.
This was not planned. We booked him because obviously he's entertaining. He's amazing at what he does. He's such a good sports fan too. But we also have a contest that involves real sports. So stick with us right now. Not planned. This is just amazing that it worked out.
Yeah.
We have a new contest. Our friends at Proline, through their Real Sports partnership, will be hosting a one-of-a-kind Super Bowl watch party this Sunday. The big game will be on the biggest screen in the city at Real Sports, and they will have activities, giveaways, games, and more. Proline has hooked us up with a table to give away. This will include a table for 4 and a gift card to cover you and your friends' dinner. All you have to do is tag the 3 friends you would like to go with on a social post. You must be subscribed to the Off the Roster YouTube channel and be following us on Instagram. The winner will be announced Saturday, I believe in the afternoon, on our Instagram story on Off the Roster Pod. So good luck to everyone. As you can see, Matt, extremely entertaining. The food there is amazing. It's going to be a great environment.
How many wings and pizzas and nachos you can get with a gift card and your table for 4. And watching the Super Bowl on Sunday, and Matt obviously will be emceeing, so it's a perfect mix.
How about this? What is potentially your Proline pick of the day? Because guess what? The new Proline app is here. With the new Proline app, it's just in time for Super Bowl. If you think you knew Proline, if you think you knew it, think again. This ain't the old Proline. The new Proline app is here. Betting online with Proline Plus and betting in store with Proline are both easier than ever. With the new Proline app, just in time for the Super Bowl, it's making everything in more leagues easier to bet. And you can get your same-game parlay for your favorite sports. So, Dan, what are you going with?
Well, with an incredible amount of options for the Super Bowl, you got all kinds of props. You got the fun props. You got the regular game props on the Proline app. But I am going specifically with an easy one. And we are going with my Seattle Seahawks to win on Sunday in the Super Bowl over the New England Patriots. Sam Darnold, Ginger Jesus, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. They're going to get it done. Seahawks. Go Hawks, baby, for the win.
Oh, even though I think that's Eagles, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. Nice hat. A little fashion change. Wow. Dan with the accessories.
Had to
How much Seahawks merch do you have?
Literally 2 pieces. That's it. I have one sweater and this hat.
You have a toque. You have a toque.
Oh, I do have a toque.
I've known you for 2 months, and I already know your clothing more than you do.
Yes,
I will not be. Yeah, I will not be here on Monday. I'm going to be in Montreal. So, Dan, tell the lovely people what they can look forward to on Monday's show.
We are going to have Irfan Ghaffar stepping in as a special guest co-host with both Lindsay and Cab off on Monday, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll talk a lot of football. Irf, you might know him from the Daily Faceoff Insiders show, so we'll have a lot of hockey talk. He's also doing a show around the women's tournament for the upcoming Olympics with the Nation Network. So there's going to be a lot of Olympics talk, some football talk as well, and we're going to crush it on Monday. But we'll miss you, Lindsay.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited to hear about it and watch it while I'm in Montreal, and I will be back on Tuesday. We will discuss everything, but one thing I love about this show is so many people that I've met over the years or have known me for 15 years in the industry have never really heard me talk like this. So I've been getting text messages about the conversation we had about the injections. So I'm going to end off this episode with the ultimate promo. I also co-host a baseball podcast called 6 Inning Stretch with former Blue Jay and 3-time MLB All-Star Whit Merrifield, where, yes, we did talk about wiener injections on this show, but on that show, which is out on YouTube right now, he talks about cleaning buttholes with a bidet. Thank you for joining us for this today's episode of Off the Roster.
Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more Off the Roster content, make sure to like and hype this video and subscribe to the Nation Network YouTube channel.